Today we are going to investigate kidney health in great detail, which is a subject that is frequently ignored despite its significance to our total well-being. Every day our kidneys perform a number of important functions, including the elimination of waste and toxins, the maintenance of fluid balance, and the regulation of blood pressure. Although we are all aware that vegetables are an important component of a balanced diet, were you aware that there are specific vegetables that may not be suitable for those with renal disease? We will discuss 5 vegetables that, despite the fact that they are beneficial to one's health from a nutritional standpoint, may provide difficulties for individuals who are trying to maintain their kidneys in excellent shape. Now is the moment to provide some knowledge that is advantageous to the kidneys. There is a possibility that the final veggie may take you by surprise, so make sure you watch the video till the end. So now let's get started. 1. Beets. Begin your exploration of the fascinating world of root vegetables with a particular emphasis on the earthy and nutrient-dense beetroot. Despite the fact that beets provide a splash of color to our meals and are loaded with vital nutrients such as fiber and folate, there is a detail that should be taken into consideration when it comes to the health of our kidneys. Beets have a high concentration of oxalates. Oxalates, which are minute molecules that may be found in a variety of foods, including beets, have the ability to bond together in the body, which may result in the production of kidney stones due to their toxic effects. Your relationship with beets does not have to come to an end as a result of this. Simply gaining a grasp of their function and adding them into your diet in a strategic manner is more important. When it comes to beets, moderation is essential, especially if you have a history of kidney stones or are trying to reduce the amount of oxalate you consume. However, rather than making them a regular mainstay in your diet, you might want to think about having them as part of a meal that is well balanced. When you do this, you will be able to enjoy the nutritional advantages without dramatically raising the likelihood of developing kidney stones. There is a wide variety of solutions available to investigate for individuals who are looking for alternatives that include less oxalate nowadays. Cucumbers, bell peppers, and zucchini are examples of vegetables that are not only tasty, but also have a tendency to have less oxalate than other vegetables. You may avoid consuming an excessive amount of oxalates by including a range of these alternatives into your meals. This will offer you with a palate that is both colorful and rich in nutrients. 2. Sweet potatoes. First, let's talk about the sweet potato, which is a nutritious powerhouse that is frequently found on our meals. The naturally sweet flavor of sweet potatoes is well known, but they are also well known for the outstanding nutritional profile that they possess. Those who are concerned about the health of their kidneys should take note of the fact that sweet potatoes contain a good amount of potassium. Sweet potatoes, in contrast to their white potato siblings, are a safer alternative for kidneys to consume. Potassium is an essential element. Nonetheless, it is vital to achieve a balance between calcium and potassium, particularly for people who have renal problems. When it comes to giving vital nutrients without rising potassium levels, sweet potatoes offer a compromise that is more than satisfactory. Adopting a portion management approach is essential in order to successfully incorporate sweet potatoes into a diet that is kidney conscious. By consuming them in moderation, you will be able to appreciate their one-of-a-kind flavor and take advantage of the nutritional advantages without consuming an excessive amount of potassium. Approaching sweet potatoes with mindfulness may result in a tasty and adaptable addition to your meals, regardless of whether you choose to prepare them by baking, roasting, or mashing them. 3. Spinach. Let us take a more in-depth look at the verdant world of leafy greens, and in particular, let us take a deeper look at spinach, which is loaded with nutrients. As a nutritious powerhouse, spinach is frequently praised, and this praise is warranted. Additionally, it contains a wide variety of minerals, such as calcium and iron, in addition to vital vitamins, such as A, C, and K. However, when it comes to kidney health, there is a subtle factor that cannot be overlooked, and that relates with the amount of oxalate that is present in spinach. Spinach is one of the numerous foods that contain oxalates, which are naturally occurring chemicals. When these oxalates are found in the body in excessive numbers, they have the ability to bind together and form crystals through the process of crystallization. The kidneys are affected by this process, despite the fact that it may appear to be a procedure that should be left to the world of chemistry. These crystals can be a factor in the development of kidney stones, which can be a contributing factor. It is possible for kidney stones to develop in the kidneys, and they are essentially tiny deposits that are hard. Their size might vary, and passing them can be an excruciatingly unpleasant experience. Due to the fact that oxalates are linked to kidney stones, foods that have a high amount of oxalate, such as spinach, can be a double-edged sword when it comes to our efforts to maintain a healthy consumption pattern. Assume that you have been making a concerted effort to incorporate spinach into your daily routine, either by including it in your morning smoothie or by using it as a foundation for your salads. Despite the fact that you are unquestionably getting the advantages of its nutritional profile, it is possible that you are unintentionally increasing the amount of oxalate that you consume over time. This constant high intake has the ability to shift the balance while also contributing to the crystallization process, which may result in the formation of kidney stones. 4. Potatoes. Let us move our attention to potatoes, a nutritional staple that holds a special place in the hearts of many people. Despite the fact that potatoes are an excellent source of carbs and a variety of minerals, such as vitamin C and fiber, there is a significant factor to take into account for individuals who are concerned about the health of their kidneys. Potatoes contain a high amount of potassium. The mineral potassium is an important component that plays a significant part in ensuring that the heart and muscles continue to work properly. On the other hand, an excessive amount of potassium in the circulation might be hazardous for people who have renal problems. The condition known as hyperkalemia, which is characterized by elevated potassium levels, can have negative consequences on the functioning of the kidneys and the heart. Therefore, does this imply that we should not include potatoes on our servings? Without a doubt not. It is essential to pay attention to the various cooking techniques and quantities. There are various cooking methods that can assist reduce the amount of potassium that is naturally present in potatoes. The potassium level of potatoes, for example, may be decreased by peeling and boiling them properly. There is also the possibility that some of the potassium can be extracted from the potatoes by soaking them in water before boiling them. Other cooking techniques, such as roasting or baking, might be considered if you are a fan of potatoes, but are trying to control the amount of potassium you consume. All of these techniques have the potential to enhance the flavor of potatoes without considerably raising the potassium content. 5. Tomatoes. Tomatoes are yet another culinary essential that frequently makes their way into our meals, so let's turn our focus to some of them. Now, before you start questioning whether or not you should put that tomato sauce on your pasta or the fresh slices in your salad, let's take a look at one important factor that might affect the health of your kidneys: the high potassium levels that tomatoes contain. When it comes to nutrition, tomatoes are undeniably a treasure trove, since they include vitamins such as C and K, in addition to the antioxidant lycopene. However, they also contain a considerable amount of potassium in their composition. Potassium is an important mineral that plays a key role in a variety of body activities. Nevertheless, an excessive amount of it can be problematic, particularly for people who have renal function that is damaged. A disease known as hyperkalemia can be brought on by an excessive amount of potassium in the circulation. Here's the situation. Additionally, this illness may have an effect on the function of the kidneys and blood pressure. In order to minimize further pressure on the kidneys and other key organs, it is essential for those who are currently dealing with renal problems to maintain a potassium intake that is balanced. So what should enthusiasts of tomatoes take away from this? Balance and mindfulness are the keys to success here. Consider limiting the amount of tomatoes you consume rather than completely eliminating them from your diet. Working with your healthcare physician to identify a suitable level of tomato consumption is something you should do if you have worries about your kidneys or if you are following a particular diet pattern. In order to do this, you may need to begin measuring portions and paying attention to the total amount of potassium that is present in your diet. Final thoughts. Understanding the relationship between diet and kidney health is essential for maintaining overall well-being. By being mindful of your vegetable choices and adopting moderation and proper preparation techniques, you can enjoy a varied and nutritious diet while supporting kidney health. Remember, consulting with a healthcare provider or dietitian is always a good step if you have specific dietary concerns related to kidney function. Stay informed and take proactive steps to protect your kidneys.